The opposition leader highlighted that the incumbent administration is attempting to manage Ghana's economy in an unplanned and incoherent manner, without any studied analysis, forecasting, or economic projections.
And it's symptomatic of the extraordinary poor planning, the incompetence, and the sort of adhocracy which is characteristic of the PPP on the Barajak deal, and latterly his eager collaborator, Dr. Ashton.
The opposition leader said that the PPP administration is seeking funding to purchase motorbikes, a marine vessel, upgrade grounds, and to fix roads. None of these can be considered as emergency or unforeseen, as sums have already been approved in Budget 2021 for the purchase of motorcycles, for land and water transport, for road maintenance, and upgrades to grounds, Harmon said.
Why 618 million request to purchase an offshore patrol vessel for the Ghana Defense Force? Why was this not budgeted for in the 2021 budget? Why is it necessary now? Clearly, these expenditures cannot be unforeseen and urgent.
The opposition leader highlighted that the Constitution, as well as the Fiscal Management and Accountability Act, FMAA, provide that for the use of the contingency fund, the Minister of Finance must be satisfied that the expenditure is urgent, unavoidable, and unforeseen, according to Ghana's constitution, and that no other provision exists. Harmon added that it is obvious that some funds are needed to bring relief to the thousands who are suffering as a result of severe flooding. But the other issues for which the PPP seeks funding are unacceptable, he says. He posits that it is clearly in breach of the provisions of the Constitution and the FMAA, and belies a more sinister activity of corrupt spending with friends and cronies of the PPP. Harmon called on the government to operationalize the Natural Resources Fund of the country, citing that the act guiding that fund provides for emergency spending in the case of natural disasters, such as the country is currently experiencing, citing that it requires a higher degree of public transparency and accountability, and it mandatorily involves the opposition and civil society. Harmon says that the PPP is staying clear of utilizing money from the Natural Resources Fund for those reasons. He further stated that Guyanese are suffering with skyrocketing prices for basic food items, and now they are being saddled with additional debt, with the already massive budget deficit climbing to over $130 billion as a result of fiscal recklessness.
This has resulted in massive borrowing, pressure on the domestic banking system, financing, including an increase in the overdraft at the Bank of Guyana, which stood at $139 billion in April this year, compared with a more manageable $90 billion or thereabouts at August 2nd, 2020.
Wendell Badrie, HGB Nightly News.